Smack clowns and make the whole club black out with man's town. Do it big, rapping hard and hard, and the people do it wanna back down. Smack clown, make the whole club black out. Man's town. Do it big, rapping, make the whole club black out with wanna back down. Smack clowns and make the whole club black out with man's town. Do it big, rapping hard and hard, and the people do it back down. Smack clown, wanna back down. Smack clown, make the whole club black out. Let's go.
My love is like it ain't no thing.
The whole club black.
My love is like it ain't no thing.
Smack clowns and make the whole club black out with man's style. Do it big, rapping hard and hard, and the people do it back down. Smack clowns, smack clowns, back down. Smack clowns. Black out. Let's go. Make the whole club black.
It is like
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Can everybody hear us?
Yeah, I can hear us. I listened back just long enough to hear my voice. How's everybody doing tonight? With me, I got my lovely co-host, Mina.
Hello, Hauntlings.
Alas, Filia is still not feeling well, so please do send her your well wishes. And with me, as our guests, we got the very talented Darek Weber. God, I forgot. Darek Weber Scary Stories. I forgot your whole channel's title.
It's all good, man. It's not like my first name is Darek Weber and my last name is Scary Stories. It's cool.
Right? Totally not. But it is now.
You can leave off the scary stories from time to time.
Yeah, but if you put in Darek Weber into YouTube to find channels, you really do need the Scary Stories part to find him. Because there's like 1 billion Darek Webers on YouTube.
Some of them will teach you how to do math. I am not that one. That's not me.
So, let's go ahead and start with, give us an introduction to your channel. Tell us a little bit about your channel, what you do. Hey, Ray Beeman, he's doing the what's up for you, PA.
What's up? Yeah, cool. It's nice to see everybody in the chat. Oh man, this is already so much fun. Well, Darek Weber is what everybody can call me, I suppose. Horror narrator. I like doing dark web stories. I like doing true encounter stories. I love creepypastas as well. I do weird videos, man. Like sometimes I'll like read scary stories over lo-fi beats. Sometimes I'll make like a 90s themed creepypasta video. I feel like I can kind of do... I feel like I can have a lot of fun. Anyways, also, aside from the YouTube thing, I'm also the new host of The Dark Side of Gaming. Swamp Dweller's putting that on, and I'll be your new host on that show going forward.
Woot woot.
Every week we take like a deep dive into the dark mysteries behind like your favorite video games and the developers behind the games, and I'm actually learning a lot. It's cool.
That is awesome, dude.
That is
Congratulations on that.
Thanks, man.
And shout out to Swamp Dweller there.
Yeah, shout out to Swamp Dweller. So, for fun fact, because you said about doing dark web stories, whenever I first saw your name, because I have dyslexia, I thought that said dark web scary stories.
It's almost like that was intentional.
Probably was, but also I have dyslexia, so it's fun to deal with when I'm trying to read.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm glad that you pointed that out. That's because that was intentional. I'll just put it that way.
Nice. That's the second thing I pointed out today to you that was that I noticed that you intentionally did.
Yeah, you're onto my games, buddy.
I am.
Tell ya.
I'm very.
All right, so let's say hello to everybody in the chat. And while we're doing that, you guys think of some questions for Darek. What do you want to know?
Say hi to these hooligans.
We do have Swamp Dweller.
What's up, Swamp?
Infinite
Hey,
Psychosis,
CCG.
CCG, Jellybean, and Mr. Ray.
My Jellybean.
Hey,
my
Jelly
Ray.
Bean.
Sir Creepington Pasta.
Yes. And I'm scrolling.
Creepy Cody. What's going on, Cody? How you doing, dude?
Hair-raising narratives.
My boy HR's in the house.
Yeah, Ray. Anything.
Creepy.
Anything, big boy.
Well, let's keep it below the 18 and up line, okay? Just
No. This is not made for children. We're going 18 plus.
but I didn't restrict it to 18.
We just won't go
plus.
X-rated.
Not X-rated. I had to put a warning label on my last video because it got pretty disturbing. So I've been there. Man, it was a bunch of dark web stories, and even as I was reading it, I was like, this is just, I don't want to be any. I'm glad I'm not this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
Some of those can be pretty, and it still makes me wonder if they are actually real. In some cases, just
Yeah, you've got to
because.
wonder.
Yeah, because it's
Somebody
like,
can put the. I was gonna say somebody can put the true label on anything and just take it with a grain of salt. You know.
yeah, and that's one of the things that, when you're doing a true scary story, it's as true as as the person telling it is saying that it's a true scary story. It
Uh-huh.
you have no way of knowing, you have no way of verifying any other thing.
Yeah, I'm cruising on Reddit every now and then looking for true scary stories, and I'll find a couple of good ones that are like obviously from burner accounts. Somebody just made an account to submit this story because they want privacy or because it's just super fake, and I can't. It's hard to tell the difference, you know?
Yeah. All right. So you also do Glitch in the Matrix stories.
For sure. For
and
sure.
Japanese legend stories I see here, ghost stories. Ghost stories. Do you have a paranormal story of your own?
Of my own? Like just a couple of orbs one night. I remember I was probably just switching from middle school to high school, and my buddies at the time, we all lived in the same cul-de-sac. It was kind of like this super weird suburbia thing, but one night we all kind of went into one of our friends' backyards and looking for ghosts because we heard that was scary and potentially fun, and of course we saw orbs, and that's just been something that's never left me, you know?
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah. So there was one night I was recording in the kitchen because before I got this more permanent setup and situated, I recorded in the kitchen because it honestly gave me the least amount of like echo and reverb.
Really? That's odd.
Yeah. And I was just sitting there, minding my own business, to hit record, do a little 10 seconds of silence, just so I get a good chunk for my noise reduction in Audacity. And I get this spike out of nowhere, and I'm like, what in the holy hell was that? So I isolated it, and I listened to it, and it sounded like a voice. So I put it in its own Audacity file and like increased it, and I hear this. It just says angry. I'm like, oh,
No, dude.
oh, apparently something in my house is angry.
Oh, that was your toaster. It's like plug me back in.
You misunderstood. It was hangry, and they're going to raid your refrigerator.
No. It definitely said no.
Nice,
Actually, it didn't say angry. It said mad. It was very clear on what it was. It was mad.
No.
I'm like, well, I'm still recording here, so just don't mess with anything, all right?
Hi, Lily. Welcome to the show. Thanks for
Hey,
dropping
Lily.
by.
How you doing?
Did it say angrily, PA?
It whispered it, but it was very clear on what it was, and I'm just like, we're gonna still do what I gotta do, but just don't throw anything at my head.
So
I'm still gonna record. Oh, go ahead, Miss Mia.
So how did you decide to do scary stories or dark web stories or the horror genre stories that we love?
I guess my short answer is Raven.
Okay.
As the Raven Dreams. Him and I go back a little bit before I started my channel, and I don't know if I'm just making this up or if I'm misremembering something, but him and I think we know each other. And one of us found the other one on like a forum that's like, hey, I think I want to start a YouTube channel doing this, and then the other one was like, yeah, do it. And then fast forward to like several months or like a year later, here we are, and I'm pretty sure that's the truth. But if he if he disagrees, or is like, nah, Derek's being crazy, then so be it. But I'm pretty sure we go back and we know each other.
Nice.
Cool.
I actually, so whenever Raven started to just he first started out pretty much, well, like the way I found him was I found one of his live streams, and I started talking to him, and he was talking about when he worked at Blockbuster, and I'm like, hey, I used to work at Blockbuster.
Blockbuster Bros. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Blockbuster Bros. And from there, me and Raven became like best friends.
You're like, yeah, we're best friends now. Let's go.
And this was when Raven was like I think he had like 30 some subscribers, and so
30. Wow.
I found Raven when he was like brand fucking new.
Dang. Funny story about Raven's live streams. He's mentioned this in multiple live streams, so I don't think I'm doxing anything, but he used to be a professor. And on Sunday mornings, one of my buddies comes over and we work together, so we have like Sunday morning work meetings or whatever. And I had one of Raven's live streams playing on my phone when my friend walked in my house, and he said, "Oh, are you on a lecture right now? Because that dude sounds like a professor." And I had to laugh. I was like, "No, man, this is just one of my buddies like doing a live stream." But it's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, right. Years later, he still sounds like a professor.
Yeah. Ray.
Ray says conspiracy.
I agree
go ahead.
with
I was
that.
going to say we've all actually met each other.
Yep.
Nice.
I think that has some truth in it somewhere. So, what drew you to horror originally?
You know what? Giving you a deeper answer than just I wanted to do it like As the Raven Dreams was doing it. I found, I'm going to be like pretty basic right now. I found a corpse husband video called I Hired a Hitman on Myself.
That's a good one.
And it was like hours long, and it took me weeks to finish it because I don't have a couple of hours just to sit down and listen to something. You know what I mean? Even while I'm doing other things. So weeks went by and I finally finished this hours long video, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard or even come across. And I'm trying to show my friends, and they're like, yo, dude, it's a 2-hour video. What am I going to do with a 2-hour video? Get out of here. And I'm like, I still just love it so much. I can hit play and just like walk around a little bit. Yeah, right. So I don't know, man. I just hearing that and hearing how cool scary stories can be. Also, part 2 of that answer, when I was younger, my dad used to on Halloween turn the lights out, put his crow makeup on, and sit us around the dinner table, and he would read us Edgar Allan Poe stories. Not all of them, just like one a year. And at the time I was like, damn, this is so cheesy. I hate that I have to sit here and listen to this. I'd rather be out trick-or-treating or something. But I'm so appreciative of that now because I get to take that aspect of my dad and apply it. Now I get to bore other teenagers, I guess. I don't know what the point of that story is. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And Ray says, did I ever tell you I was once in a Blockbuster in PA?
No, but come back to PA.
You guys do know each other, don't you?
Come back to PA. I want my Ray back.
I've been in a Blockbuster in North Carolina and in Louisiana, but not in PA.
We had more Hollywood videos than we did Blockbuster, but I've still been into a bunch. PA, real quick, man. I did a 90s themed creepy pasta, whatever. And I used a Blockbuster for the thumbnail. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
That trigger like flashbacks of you having to like late night close and just be so mad.
Actually, it was funny because I actually liked working at Blockbuster.
Oh, cool.
And
Ray says, I'm sorry, Mia. Is it? I feel like I do my own live streams, and I'm just used to like looking at the chat and saying, "Oh, Ray says this."
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing.
No, bro, you're good.
You're good.
All right, I'm gonna stop adjusting the chat so much so that Mia can, because sorry, I'm taking over.
So
I don't
Ray
mean to.
also asks, "What's better, a visceral scare fest or a psychological mind mess of a story, and why?"
If you can do both, that's a win-win for me. But if I had to pick one, visceral scarefest, because I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I'm not being diagnosed, but I am one of those guys that's like, I think I have ADHD. If it's too psychological and if it's too deep, it loses me. It's hard for me to come back on that. But if it's just chainsaws and machetes, that keeps my attention more. So that's my answer.
I'm going to share my nuggies with Lady.
Yes. What's up, Lady?
Hey, Lady's here. How you doing, Lady?
Furberry's here.
What's up, Fur? Furberry's also has got a new name because the first time I saw his name, I thought it said Furbies. So he's also now just Furbies to me.
You also had a stalker story that you did. And
Is that the one like the wildest true encounter I've ever read? Was that the one you're on about?
I think that's the one.
Okay. I love that one.
With like, and I don't know how those come up, okay? But with stalker stories, what is the element of fear in them that really hits people? Do you think it's the being stalked by somebody creepy, or that the person knows so much about you?
It's the element of that it can happen to you. If you need to go check the mail late at night and your mailbox is not right in front of your house, and you see a guy with like, I'm going to stereotype a little bit, with like a long trench coat, and maybe you can't really see his face because whatever, but you're like, oh no, I've heard about this story before. What if this guy starts to cross the street, and what if he like shouts or screams at me, or what if he does this and that? It's like the fact that it could happen to you.
I got that.
I lost myself. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think a big thing with stalker stories, honestly, is that they can happen. Like you're hearing it, and you hear a creepypasta, you're like, whatever, that can't happen. That's just fake. You listen to a stalker story, you're like, oh, that could actually happen. So I think big draw to those is the realism in it.
Yeah,
True.
Creepy Cody. And he just took it away. Why did you take it
What'd
away,
Cody say?
Creepy Cody?
Lawbreaker.
Oh, God, she's going to do that.
We do not retract. We go by the law of the Raven here, and we do not retract our comments, even if we mess up.
And I can't pull it up as somebody said.
It's a joke from As the Raven Dreams Streams. If you ever mess up and you retract your statement, Raven will just call you out for it.
Danny's here. Yay.
Danny's here. Danny and I had fun last night.
Danny!
You guys get to have fun with it next week. What's your favorite scary movie and why? Says Jelly Bean.
Favorite scary movie? Cabin in the Woods.
That is a great movie. That did
So
not
good.
go the way that I thought it was going to.
I hated that movie when I first saw it.
Oh, let me explain to you why I'm going to tell you why you're wrong right now.
I
One
love
of my
it.
favorite
I love
movies.
it now.
Now you like it?
Okay.
Okay.
Solid. Yeah, I just hated it when I first watched it. I just was like, this is stupid and lame. And then I watched it as an adult, and I appreciated all the things that I missed whenever I was like younger and watched it.
It's so smart. I hate describing a movie as smart, but I mean, it is. It's smart in this case. Outside of the horror genre, one of my all-time favorite movies forever and ever is The Truman Show. So when I realized halfway through Cabin in the Woods that this is just The Truman Show, but it's scary, instantly favorite horror movie right there.
Yep.
One of my favorite horror movies, and just because it was like I looked around my surroundings, went, well, this could happen around me. Was Children of the Corn. That movie scared the hell out of me whenever I was a kid because I literally live around nothing but corn.
Yeah, that was what he said. Kind of like the Strangers movie. You know, the line there in the Strangers movie that gets me is when there's why us? You answered the door.
Yeah, because you were home. Yeah, man.
And we did ask the paranormal experience questions, Creepy Clown Girl. You missed it.
I'll catch you up. The short story is me and a few buddies of mine in like high school. We saw orbs in somebody's backyard, and we all freaked out and ran.
They're like, "You scary," and then ran.
Yeah.
Danny's going to a winery.
What? Danny's getting drunk?
That's what I heard. Let's see, another serious question. Keanu Reeves, the Matrix King, the Savior of Zion, or an empty personality vacuum?
Keanu Reeves, the Matrix King, the Savior of Zion, or an empty personality vacuum. Oh man. Forgive me, but is empty personality vacuum, is that a Bill and Ted reference? Yes or no?
I think it is.
Because if it is, then yeah, that. Hey Ray, do you want to start a band? We'll call ourselves the Crazy Stallions, and Jellybean can sing.
Can I be your personal security?
Yeah, dude.
Yes! I'm important finally!
We're gonna need dudes to like make sure that we stay safe.
Exactly.
Oh, Ray says no. Empty personality vacuum is not a Bill and Ted reference. Well, then no, that is not my answer. He's not an empty personality vacuum. He's such a cool dude, man. I've seen a bunch of like YouTube videos of him showing off his motorcycle collection, his other things that he's into. He's just what a damn sweetheart that dude is.
He's actually a really, really magnanimous person.
Will you define magnanimous real quick? Because I don't know what that is.
He
enthusiastic, commands like the stage essentially.
He's
got
also
a large personality,
but he's also very caring, very compassionate. If you needed something and you really needed it, and he could see you needed it, he's gonna make sure you get it, whether he knows you or not.
Oh, okay, cool. Compassionate.
Who are we talking about again?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, we're talking about you, PA. You're such a sweetheart.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Cody, I'm trying to find the question in that sentence. What some people have a hard time accepting is not everyone needs a reason to kill someone other than it makes them feel alive.
Oh, Cody's on with The Strangers. He mentioned The Strangers a couple of times. Other than it makes them feel alive.
I've always wondered about The Strangers because during that movie, you think they're human, but then that one guy just literally gets the ever-loving shit kicked out of him to the point where you're like, you still can't be alive. And then he just stands back up and you're like, I thought I was watching a movie about people murdering other people, and I didn't realize that you also channeled your inner Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, that was a good movie, though. I don't know, that movie echoed in my mind back to like Last House on the Left type movies.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one too.
Those are kind of slasher slash that doesn't even work right. Slasher slash psychological type things.
Just call them hack and slash.
But it's almost like they're trying to. Yeah, they're killing and killing and killing and killing, but it's also about the scare, not just, the killing. Another reason.
It's a little bit. Yeah.
What would be the title of our band's first song and why?
The title of our band's. Our first song would be Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh,
I was going to say Riding the Lightning.
But the song would not be about the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's the ironic part.
It would have nothing to do with clowns at all.
Yeah, it would be about the movie Elf.
Make a song about Elf on the Shelf. Those creepy bastards.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't like Elf on the Shelves. I don't.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until a few years ago. I'm not doing that in my house.
There is a video out there on YouTube, and I don't even know who does it, but it's this elf on the shelf that basically is out to kill the whole family. And you see her doing these things to get rid of family members. And I watched that with my granddaughter. My granddaughter's sitting there giggling, this is funny. And I'm going, oh, golly, I hate these things.
So I would be that person that would get an elf on a shelf for my child and then pretty much scar my child for life, because I would move it in the creepiest places and have it like having a butcher's knife in its lap and just looking at the child and just be like, Daddy, the thing's alive. And I'm like, yeah, it's watching. And if you do something wrong, it's going to punish you. No! I'd be a terrific father.
Didn't you write a story about that?
So I wrote a story about an elf on a shelf, but it was actually a freaking like a fake creature that was inhabiting an elf on the shelf, and then it went and killed the family because, you know, that's what they do.
Gnomes in a home are much cuter. Just saying.
Gnomes in a home. I've never heard of that before. I can't help but think of this. If you guys want to hear something incredibly wholesome, check this out. I saw this meme or something where it's like these parents would hide their kids' dinosaur toys around the house under the exact same pretense. Elf on the shelf, just replace elf with dinosaurs, and like they would make messes in the kitchen and the dinosaurs would be around, and it's just like, imagine being a kid waking up and your toys have like unrolled all the toilet paper in the bathroom. You know what I mean? It's just cute.
It's like Toy Story, the Practical Joke edition.
Yeah,
exactly.
But see, I'm the mom that, you know, Saturday afternoon we sit down to watch whatever horror movie I can find on the television, and it's the Evil Dead, Army of the Dead, and my son goes, Mom, we watched this last month 4 times.
Well, how old is your son?
Now he's
if you don't mind.
He is going to be. He's 29.
And how old was he when he said that? When he said we've watched this 4 times? Because mine, we'll watch the same movie 4 times in a day. He doesn't care.
He was probably 15 or 16.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm just trying to figure out what age they transition from wanting to watch The Secret Life of Pets 4 times a day to like having 4 times in a month be too much.
my nieces was, I want to watch Finding Nemo and repeat.
Yes. Awesome.
I was just like, you know what? You say awesome, but after the 20th time of watching Finding Nemo in a day,
dude,
you kind of just want to kill every clownfish that exists.
Now, I have the same issue, except there's a reason we call my son Uncle Simba. And if you know the reference, you know why.
But please, whenever your son said, "Mom, we watched this 4 times already," you just looked at your son and went, "Shut your whore mouth! I'm gonna watch it again."
I'm like,
because
yeah, but
complaining about anything that Bruce Campbell is in is just, it should be immediately. You should just get backhanded for it.
Well, I was kind of upset because they didn't have the Hammer films on anymore during that time period. And I grew up watching Hammer films at that time. So.
I don't know what a Hammer film is. Hate me later, but tell me what it is now.
Hammer films were put out by Hammer Films. Captain Blood, some of the Dracula movies were Hammer Films, Brides of Dracula, Christopher Plummer. There were a lot of horror films that were done in the late 1960s, early 1970s that were B-rated films. They were like William Castle films. Please tell me you know that one.
Well, for sure. My mind went straight to like the 1930s and 40s Universal monsters, but if Hammer films came after that, then okay.
Yeah, they came after.
I just skipped over that genre. I just skipped over that era of movie history, I guess.
Well, Michael York was in Captain Blood, and that was the first time I'd ever seen him. And oh God, his eyes.
His eyes.
Yeah, that was before Logan Run, so that tells you something.
Nice. Not bad.
And both of those are horror films.
Do you guys ever get down on some Twilight Zone?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And,
I think my favorite one. I was gonna say my favorite one. I think it's 4 characters or 5 characters. I forget the number, but 5 characters in search of an exit. Are you guys familiar with this one?
I think so.
These 5 characters wake up in like this seamless giant metal room, and they're trying to find a way out. The movie, it's been out for literally 50 years, so I'm not going to put a spoiler warning on this. But they're actually there's a ballerina, an army man, a clown, and a few other things. All these characters just wake up in this giant metal room. They can't get out. It's actually a trash can. It's like a donation bin around Christmas time.
And they're toys.
Yeah, exactly. They're toys. So, but they don't know that they're toys. They're just in this like 70-foot tall room that they can't get to the top of to see out, but which is a trash can, of course. Oh man, that was the first Twilight Zone episode I saw, and I was in my teens. I was like, "Yo, this is awesome. It's black and white, but this is awesome."
I don't even know what the episode that got me into Twilight Zone was. Because my mom was big into Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock, and both my parents
Yeah, the
were.
birds.
And so, yeah, I grew up watching them. So I to say what was the very first one, I have no idea. I have no idea what the very first one I watched was. But I've seen all but the newest rendition, the newest version of the Twilight Zone.
Man, with Peele, right? Jordan Peele.
Yes.
I wanted to so bad, but it was like only on NBC or something, and I didn't want to download another subscription service.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's
dude.
why I haven't seen it.
I feel that sentiment so hard, Jelly Bean. Jelly's like, oh my god, my son would watch Nemo all day long when he was 2. Yeah, it was hell.
At 18 months, my son wanted to be a lion for Halloween because
cool.
of Simba.
I've told this story before. Go ahead, Mia.
He was a lion for Halloween until he was like 10 or 11.
Oh, that's so cool. He was the same thing every year?
That's awesome.
Every year. I never had to worry about what he wanted to be. It
I
was
love
just
that.
get a new costume.
So,
a new lion costume.
Yeah.
Cool.
So my oldest niece, whenever I would babysit her, she got into this kick where she wanted to watch SpongeBob SquarePants. I hate that show with a burning passion. Just, I hate the creators because of that, for creating that show. And I looked at her like, no, baby, no, we're not gonna watch that show. Why? Because Uncle doesn't want to. And she's like, okay, what do you want to watch? I'm like, I'll find you a cartoon to watch. So I went to my my DVD collection and I pulled out Naruto, and I'm like, this. She's like 8. This isn't that violent, especially at the start. So shouldn't be a problem. She went to school the next day and started kicking people, yelling Naruto, and running away like a ninja. Like she put her arms out and ran away, and then she would run up to somebody and kick them, go Naruto, no! And my sister calls me and tells me this, and my only reaction is I died in laughter. She's like, it's not funny. I'm like, Jamie, listen to what you just said and visualize it in your head, and then you tell me it's not funny. And she said it again, and she thought about it, and she just starts dying. She's like, it's still not funny. She got in trouble. And I'm like, tell her not to do it again. She's like 8. How hard did she kick him? Not very hard. Did she leave a bruise? No, then we're good.
She's right, man. That's not funny. That's hilarious.
I died. I was literally, for like 3 minutes straight, I was laughing. I actually dropped my phone and just crumpled over laughing because I'm just like, well, she's definitely related to me.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you being for Halloween?
Probably the Grim Reaper again. I don't know. That's just my go-to. the wife and our now 2 kids, they've got their costumes all sorted out, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'll just put on my Grim Reaper mask and call it good again.
Homie, I see your avatar. You ain't gonna be the Grim Reaper. You're gonna be the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
just
Nice. I need to lift a few more weights if I'm going to pull that off.
Oh my goodness.
But-
I'm crossed between what I normally am, which is a vampire, and a homicidal maniac because they look like everybody else.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna continue to work on my Halloween costume, which is a combination of just like modern day. That's like I don't want to say biker, but somebody who wears a leather jacket mixed across with steampunk.
All right.
And it's actually, if you look at my avatar, I can actually send you the picture later on. But my actual avatar is based around an actual picture of me wearing my like skull mask that I have, holding my steampunk cane and my leather jacket and full getup, and that's like my Halloween costume is just gonna once I get it finished being built is gonna be the same as my persona on YouTube.
Oh, cool. You're gonna
So-
dox yourself there, buddy.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna know that you're PA Nightmares, and they're gonna put 2 and 2 together when they hear your voice.
But they won't see my whole face, so I'll still be good.
Okay, good point.
All right. Ray, with the hard-hitting questions today. You have to stay a night in a haunted hotel. 3 other people are checked in also. Stephen King, Alfred Hitchcock, and Chevy Chase. Who would you seek comfort with when haunted stuff happens, and why?
Who would I seek comfort in? Chevy Chase. Not because I like Chevy Chase, but because he has Steve Martin's phone number, probably, and I'll just call Steve Martin. Have him give me comfort.
Be safe, Danny. Oh.
Hi, Danny.
Love you, Danny. Talk to you later. Well, we'll just go with Alfred Hitchcock because I know he was out of shape, and if stuff really starts to hit the fan, I just need to run faster than him.
Fair.
Wow. Okay.
Danny and I have a video coming out. The first couple of days of October. It's going to be a little bit different than what everybody's used to seeing. I'm excited for it.
If you haven't listened to Derek's channel, and I
You
told
just suck.
you this.
Go unsuckify yourself.
I told you this beforehand. He has lo-fi beats and his background, and it's really, really cool. Remind me of listening to albums when I was growing up, or cassette tapes. Really, really nice listening quality type feel and atmosphere.
And if that's not your cup of tea, he does a lot of other stuff too. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the lo-fi because I don't really care for that music. But it is a neat idea. I hadn't seen anybody until you do that, and I'm like, that's definitely neat. I like that.
And
I've listened to some of it. I'm just like, I don't really dig the style of music, so it's not my cup of tea. But hey, like I said, if that's not your cup of tea, I love the '90s videos you do. Those videos are freaking awesome.
Dude, they're so fun to make too. They're few and far between because I've got to ask the writer if I can modify or make a derivative of their story to include 90s references, or swap out the use of a cell phone for the use of a pager instead, or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just getting those permissions takes longer than you might think. And even the videos themselves are in 4:3, which if you're like a TV nerd or like a format nerd, you picked up on that.
Yeah.
And I love that aspect too. Most of my videos are in, I don't know what the fuck it's called, 2:1, so it takes up almost all of your cell phone. But those 90s videos are in 4:3, so it's a lot more square, and it feels like it's watching TV in the 90s. I don't know.
Yeah. I like that. No, I like that. It's a nice touch.
Ray says
Call me
that-
Dork Weber from now on.
Dork.
Ray says Chevy
We got-
Chase probably knew Randy Quaid too, so he gets his vote as well.
Oh, Ray is a Randy Quaid guy, huh?
We got Derek Dork Weber in the house, people.
Derek Dork Weber. I'm changing my channel name right now.
Oh my gosh. And I'm going to ask Jellybean's question first. If you were at home alone at night and you heard a fart, would you laugh or be scared?
Is it not my fart?
No. You're home alone and you heard something or someone fart.
Oh man, I would run out of the house terrified, but also pee my pants laughing at the same time.
I'd be like, it depends. Does it stink? Because if it stinks, I'm gonna get angry at the ghost who just had the audacity to fart in my face, and I'm gonna call the Ghostbusters because fuck you, ghost.
I don't know what it was I was watching, but it was some. I guess it was a spoof on ghost hunters, and they had a thermal camera, and the guy farted, and they're like, "Oh wow, look, it's getting foggy in here." And he said, "Really, man? Because I just farted. You can see that?" I was like, "Oh my god."
No way. Gross.
Yeah, but it was stupid, funny horror. Best Western remake of a Japanese horror and why? I don't like any Western remakes of Japanese horror better than the Japanese Horror Story. That's just me. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be The Ring.
I'm not educated enough on Japanese horror to know which ones existed and which ones the West have redone, other than like The Grudge and The Ring. I guess out of those, The Ring. But if Ray hits me with like a short list of examples, I can pick from those.
So, we all know the movie The Grudge. My niece can do that like back walk where she's like on her hands and her
Ooh.
feet, and she can do like that like crab walk kind of thing. So I told my sister, I'm like, you need to get her for Halloween. We need to get her a black wig, and she's like, why? I'm like, I want her to crawl up to somebody, and while she's doing that, I just want to I sneak up behind the person and go, I'll cut it. Just right in their ear, just out of nowhere, just right in their ear, as they're watching my niece crawl in front of them.
The Grudge and The Ring.
I just don't want to do it to anybody too old because I don't want to cause them to have a heart attack.
Yeah. Since you've been doing the dark web stories, do you see that they're getting harder to find?
Not yet, but I'm in my own bubble. I've got a bunch of stories from Raven that he gifted me with. I'm working my way through those. But once those run dry, then my answer would probably be yes. It's harder to find them after that.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with that, because Raven says he's having a hard time finding them now, and I was like, oh.
Poor Raven.
Right.
I love those, because they're always questionable if they're real or not.
I do have a couple of writer buddies who have written me dark web based creepypastas, of course, and I'm happy to do as many of those as everybody wants to hear. But like my well of true dark web stories is it's not infinite. It's not infinite. We'll say that much.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
I just gotta hear Derek's answer on this one.
Uh-oh.
So,
What's up, buddy?
we are now in a world where alligators and
golly.
crocodiles can fly. How do you think humanity would fare in this new landscape they find themselves in?
I think everybody takes their. I can't even think of anything fast enough to answer that. That's the most Florida thing I think I've ever heard.
Sorry.
Are they flying?
It's out
Are
of
they flying?
Louisiana.
Louisiana? I was gonna say, are they flying in a hurricane? Is that why they're flying?
No. They just now have wings.
They now have wings.
Mia, are you still? Well, one of you was affected by a hurricane recently, right?
I was.
I don't want to make light of that. I'm sorry, but
That's
hey,
okay.
there you go.
She was, and then for one night, my life went to utter hell. Like I tried to get home, and like the roads to get to my house were closed. I was like 8 minutes from my house, and all the roads were closed. And I drove around for 3 hours looking for a route that I could take home. Couldn't find one. Got myself lost. Ran out of gas. Finally, a stranger. I had to walk through waist high water because I was just going to walk to a gas station that was a mile away. Walk through this one of the roads that were flooded. I got to my waist up, and the water was trying to suck me into the river. So I just had to go. Nope. Finally, a stranger came in and said, I can get you to a gas station if your car will start. My car wasn't supposed to drive more than 2 miles. It drove 10, and I got to a gas station. And I'm just like,
nice.
Well, thanks. Well, by the grace of God, I got to this gas station somehow.
I'm glad you did, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I left work at 9 and didn't get home till after midnight.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
It was not a fun night.
Yeah, I still didn't have electricity at that time, so I had no idea until afterwards.
Gamma's in the house. What's going on, dude?
Gamma.
Gamma.
Gamma Akatabi.
Gamma pops up in my videos every now and then, like in my comments. He's always got something
Gamma.
nice to say. Thanks, buddy.
Gamma's good
So
people.
we talked a little bit about before the show, the horror community and your introduction into the horror community.
Yes.
If you were meeting yourself today and you were just starting, what would you tell yourself about the horror community?
What? I don't want to misconstrue the question. If
you're meeting yourself, but as like a newbie just starting out in the horror community, what would you tell you? What would you tell your newbie self about the horror community?
Like, just be cool, man. Get permission to read stories and make friends everywhere you go. Because there's, I don't know, how cheesy do you want me to go? Because that's the truth.
Avoid that PA Nightmares guy. He's a dick.
Fucking yeah. Just anytime if PA DMs you on Twitter, the answer is no immediately. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, like, it's just my words to myself in the past would be the same as they are to anybody else. Just be cool. Always be respectful. And I guess that's it. What the hell? I don't know. Can that be it?
That's good.
It's funny because I starting out in the horror community. I already knew to ask for permission and all that stuff, and I'm just like, how does this not like a normal thing for people to think of? And people are just like, you've been around for 3 years. It's obviously common sense to you. Not everybody thinks that way. It's like,
Right.
but it's not theirs.
Yeah, but it's something that wasn't even thought of in the beginning when people first started narrating. So,
Yeah.
What do you think of when you think of your channel in the future? Where do you see it going?
All the way, baby.
All the way where?
I don't know. That was my fake superstar answer. I'm not really like that. I don't know, man. It'd be cool. Jeez, I'm not gonna put a number on it or anything, but like, if I could quit my current full-time job and just do this and make the same or more, that's a win. And even if not, I'm still having fun and I'm still winning every single day. So I just don't take myself too seriously, and whatever happens. I'm really good at like, am I allowed to cuss on the stream? I don't.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck about a lot of things. So that's it. I don't take myself too seriously, and whatever happens. I'm a boring philosophical dude in that aspect.
So for recording, do you do anything specific to get ready for it?
Yeah, I don't brush my teeth because that dries your mouth out, man. Like, oftentimes if you if you record first thing in the morning, your voice is a little bit deeper, and that's kind of cool. But if you brush your teeth, you're just gonna get that smacky sound, and that sucks. So don't brush your teeth.
That's actually
That's
the
actually
opposite.
what I do that first.
Yeah, that's actually the opposite because I found that if I brush my teeth, that
Really?
I actually get less of the smacking sound. Like I don't go to recording right after I brush. I wait like 10 or 15 minutes and drink a glass of water to rehydrate myself. But
Okay.
I find that getting all that excess buildup out of my mouth causes me to have less mouth noises after I brush my teeth and I drink my water. I realize that there's a severe reduction in mouth noises.
No freaking way, Mia. You're the same way.
Yeah.
The human body is weird, man.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
The two things that I'll give it to them again. Let's Read and Jensen both said the same thing when I asked about, what's something that you would give advice that, the trust me on the sunscreen answer for narrators, and both of them said chapstick and water.
Chapstick. I've not used chapstick in years. Does that
It's
guess that
some
helps to
kind
some
of
degree.
lip balm because it makes the mouth movement soundless.
That makes sense because if you're smacking your lips and you've got that barrier of stuff in the middle,
Right.
there's less smack, right? Okay, sure, that makes sense.
And then water, of course, because hydration, because when you're talking, your throat gets dry.
Beyond that, you guys, nothing really. I mean, if I remember, I'll spend a few minutes doing that. I'm Ron Burgundy, unique New York bullshit, but it doesn't really help me. I just think it's funny, and I make myself laugh when I do it. But no,
Okay.
I don't have any warm-ups or anything.
Time
I do
travel.
read. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I do read a couple of paragraphs at a time. I'll read it in my head and then I'll record it, so I kind of know where the breaths are and where to inflect the voice and this and that. But
Yeah.
that's it.
So, time travel question: Terminator or Back to the Future? Rules and why?
Back to the Future rules. I don't know if Ray is super deep on the different types of time travel, but there's actually 4 types of time travel. And if you've seen any New Rockstar's video about time travel, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's more than just 2 types. But out of those that he's listing, Back to the Future rules. Just because they're more fun.
You can cure the smacking noises of your mouth, but flip side is you can never close it again. Or can you have 3 arms, but one is smaller than the other 2? What do you choose? Yikes.
You can cure the smacking noises of your mouth, but you can never close your mouth. Or you can have 3 arms, but one is smaller than the other 2. Oh. The mouth thing, I guess.
Yeah, I have.
It's
no
for the
idea.
stupid. It's for the stupidest reason ever, man. Often I'm in the gym every now and then, and I just don't want to have another arm that I have to work out while I'm there. Screw that. I'll just be a mouth breather.
That arm you just hide, man. You just kind of keep it under your shirt, and you just only show it whenever you're getting groceries because it'll come in handy then.
Yes, bringing in all those groceries from the truck when you're done. Yeah, dude, for sure.
Hey, get it? Handy hand.
Ray, I get you. The flies.
That's extra protein, dude.
Oh, hey, Chris is here. Hey, Chris. And we got
Vanny Rodriguez and
yes,
General.
welcome. Yep, in general, I just actually sent him the link. We told him we were live on here because I was talking to him in Discord while
V's
I'm
here?
talking.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, V?
So, let's see. You asked your question, and we already know the answer. Well, you want to ask your other question? Even though we asked the question before the show.
Well, before I ask that one, I gotta know. Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Star Wars.
You just hurt my soul a little bit.
Sorry, dude. Haven't heard soul about it, but my answer is Star Wars.
I said a little bit. It's fine. But as long as you like Lord of the Rings, we can still be friends.
Do you want to hate me even more?
Even a little bit. Even if you have a little like for it, we
check this out. Here's the one thing that I like about Lord of the Rings. That scene where Viggo Mortensen's at the top of the hill and he kicks that helmet. Do you know where I'm going?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about that movie, other than it's 6 damn hours long, and I'm good otherwise.
Oh wait, I have a question. If you could ask one question, what would it be and why?
Good question, right?
By reading that question, I can no longer answer that question. I don't know what they want me to say. Hello, Jelly Bean. She said it was about time for my Batman voice. I don't know what she wanted me to say, so I figured to say hi to her in it.
I am Batman.
EA, hit us with the detonators. Where are they?
That was Joker.
I'm Batman.
That's it.
And I kick babies.
Oh, no. Batman wouldn't kick a baby.
No, you're right. He'd punt that baby.
You were very, very bad. I'll ask Filia's question on her. You're very, very bad, and we put you on death row at the Traveler's Tavern.
Punting babies.
What would you want for your last meal?
Are you asking me, Mia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, barbecue.
All right. I'm going to
barbecue,
his death row.
Anything that tastes like pulled pork or brisket and has some kind of like barbecue sauce on it, I don't care what you call it, just put it in me.
That's what she said.
Yeah, man. I just got this new well, not just, I've had it for several months now, but I got this smoker. Have you guys ever cooked with a smoker before?
Yes.
Oh, dude, it's so good. And the wood pellets, they make it taste a certain way. And, I'm out there every weekend, dude. It's awesome.
Nice.
You guys can bake a cake in a smoker. Did you know that?
Yes.
Did not know that.
You do it in a Dutch
You're
oven,
1.5% smarter now.
I have leveled up once again.
Yes, dude.
We have capital punishment here, occasionally.
Ray, I'm here. So of course we have capital punishment. Have you read one of my stories? I kill everyone.
Unless he plans on another story. And this is the truth. If you ever read or listen to a PA Nightmare story, if somebody lives, there's going to be another story. There's going to be a sequel to that story.
There have been few exceptions. Like this last one, I don't plan a sequel just because it was a story about a guy escaping from a mental institution who has Alzheimer's. So that one, only one person died, but that was by design. I was honestly going to go without killing the whole thing without killing anyone, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can call this a horror story if someone doesn't die.
I think you can. I'm working on one, and I'm not going to tell who it's for because, well, he's not in the stream anyway, but he might be lurking. And it's about a stalker. But it's not a regular stalker.
Sounds creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Spill the beans, Mia. Who's it for? Oh, don't. I'm just kidding.
Well, some people know this already, and it's like due on the 30th or the 1st of October. Cleaving Thought Through Bone is doing his
Writing
contest. And he poked me with it while we were underneath the hurricane, and he's like, I expect something from you. I the middle of a hurricane.
So, Ray asked another question. If you could save one character who has died in any story, who would it be and why? In any story, not just one that I wrote. Because if that's the question, I'm gonna call Sabian out and I'm gonna tell him he has to bring Ray Bob back.
Don't you know Locust Lake is over?
I don't care. We need one more chapter. Locust Lake, Ray Bob's resurrection.
Nice.
He kind of did get a resurrection there when he possessed the one woman's body.
Yeah. If we're talking my stories, oh god, I don't know. I don't know if there's actually been a character that I felt bad about killing.
Savage. I missed the question. What was it? Was it Ray's? If you could save one character question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron Giant. From the movie Iron Giant. He had to die at the end. But I wish that wasn't the case. I'd bring him back.
Would you prefer to spill the beans or never cry over spilled milk? And why? I'm not sure.
Or spill the beans or never cry over spilt milk.
Well, I wouldn't cry over spilled milk, and I don't. And I will never tell you a secret. So you lose.
Do you, PA? How easy is it to make you cry?
Ha! I haven't cried since I was like 13, dude.
Okay.
Not true.
And was that a long time ago?
I'm 34, so.
Okay, cool. Forgive me. Like, I don't know how old anybody is.
No.
Bro.
Okay, so Mia, same question for you. Is it easy for you to cry?
Depends.
Like if you're watching a movie that's a little bit sad, do you cry? Because I bawl. I'm sobbing, dude.
It takes a lot to get me to that for the movie.
Not me, man.
But it's like if my favorite character in a horror movie is dying, I'm gonna cry. Like if they were gonna kill Freddy, I'd be crying.
Oh, so okay, for sure. Here's where I'm at. Do you guys remember that one Super Bowl commercial from a couple of years ago where like that little kid and his dad were driving in that truck and they were sharing a bag of Cheetos or something? That did it for me. It's that easy to make me cry, dude. I used to be like PA and I was like stone-faced. I have no emotions. I'm a fucking robot. But ever since I had kids, like it doesn't take much.
Yeah, and it also I think the more you are around certain things, it changes your perspective. So different things that wouldn't have made you cry before make you cry now. It's like I still get choked up when somebody asks me about certain things. Or when I talk about certain people who have died,
It's hard not to feel like a strong emotion when you're talking about people that you used to know that are not here anymore, right?
Right.
I remember watching Hook with Robin Williams when I was just a wee little lad. I'm sure you guys did too. And that scene where they were at the imaginary dinner table. Mm-hmm. And then it's been a while, I don't remember, but like he was finally able to imagine with them, and then he could eat all that colorful food. Back then I was like, cool, I want to eat that food, but now when I watch it, I'm like, oh my god, if a tear didn't just run down my eye when when that happens.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. Especially now that Robin Williams is gone and
I saw.
let's talk about let's not be sad anymore.
Okay, so
Ray just asked, who would win in a fight, a robot PA or classic PA? And my answer is classic PA, because not only am I just an evil genius, but EMP will just destroy any robot. So EMP blast for the win.
Easy.
So,
nice answer, PA. You nailed it.
Yeah. So I don't know how many people has been on the actual Google page today, but Google got me today.
Oh yeah, what did Google do, and why do I have to kick its ass?
Oh, I'm on there now.
Today
oh, man.
is the 69th birthday of Christopher Reeves.
Is that-
nice?
And a PA, if you say you don't know who that is, I'm going to come
That's Superman, right?
Yes, that is Superman.
The Superman that got paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Google always does the coolest shit, man. They've got
epic rap battles of history for the win. By the end of this fight, there'll be one more Superman that'll never walk again.
Oh.
Goku versus Superman. That was the best line in that friggin' rap battle.
that was too far. Yo, did you guys watch the epic rap battles of history? Shit, what am I thinking of? But with Red and Link.
Yes.
It's like no. I sound like an idiot because I don't remember what the heck it was called, but like, and maybe it's not even epic rap battles of history because it's just epic rap battles or something. But they're talking about how manly each other are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I think that was one of the first Red and Link videos that I ever saw, and I've watched almost every episode of Good Mythical Morning ever since.
Nice.
It's called Epic Rap Battles. Rhett and Link.
Okay, not of history.
No, not of history.
They have other
Those two do
versions
crack
of it.
me up. Those two do crack me up.
What's up, Mia? What'd you say?
They have other quote-unquote versions of it.
Oh, probably. I mean, if they're smart, they've got just about every single version you can imagine, and then some.
Did you see that the live stream that they were doing for? Like they did like a charity live stream for I forget it was. I think it was something involving children, and they were raising a crap ton of money. It was like an all-day stream.
No, I missed that.
I wish
That's
I'd
crazy.
seen that. That would have been worth it. Yeah, my son actually got me started on those.
On Red and Link.
No, the epic rap battles.
Oh, dude, they're so funny. They're so funny.
Dude, my favorite one is still got to be what a freaking Joker versus Pennywise.
Man, my boy loves that one. He's not even old enough to watch the movies, but he knows who Pennywise is and Michael and Jason and all the others. He
Yeah.
loves the Joker versus Pennywise. There's a few lines in there that he doesn't understand what they mean. They kind of go over his head. But dude, he loves that so much.
Is it the one where they refer to the gangbang scene?
Yes. Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, and probably the cocaine lines.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Man, that is lagging right there. I know it's probably not lagging you guys, but to me, that's lagging. Best friend calls you in the middle of the night and says, "I need to hide a body." What do you say, and what do you bring if yes?
I hope you're going to feed me.
Food, yeah, definitely.
If you're going to wake me up in the middle of the night, I'm going to be hungry. So have food ready, okay?
So call you. Make sure have barbecue. Got it.
That's it. That's it, man. Have that smoker ready by the time I get there.
My reaction is, not another one. Fine.
All right. Yeah, you gotta keep tabs of those PA lines.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's writing these down somewhere because I kind of would like to just make a random funny video towards the end of the year, just like random PA lines taken out of context.
Yeah. Somebody does need to make a list for you then.
I wonder if Lady's still on. I just want to know if I'm allowed to say sippy sip because I'm taking one.
You can say it.
That will just be.
We'll allow you.
That will just charge you one nuggie.
Dang.
Hey, stay
Yo,
out of
the
my
nuggie
nuggies.
conversion from here to Australia is nuts, dude.
Stay out of my nuggies.
They're all mine.
No, they're mine.
Whoa.
Did you just use a voice changer on me?
No. I don't
No, sounded guilty.
I don't do those things. I don't have one. I wish I did. The one
Lines
that,
out of context are boss, he says.
yeah, they are. I tell you,
love-
PA gets me with them all the time.
I just
context lines.
just my random one-liners that I drop out of nowhere. I won't even be paying attention to a conversation, and I'll hear something, and my brain will just be like, "Hey, say these words in exactly this pattern." Why? Just trust me; it'll go over real well. I just remember somebody when VC was talking to some and said something about something being brown, sticky, and getting all over the place, and my brain, I wasn't even paying attention, so I have zero context of what the actual conversation was. But my brain just goes, like your mom, and I said it without thinking about it, and everybody just erupted in laughter, and I'm like, "Wait, what's so funny?" And they repeated back what I said, and I'm like, I don't even remember saying that.
And there's Miss Creepy Tales.
Hey, MCT's in the house.
MCT.
What's up?
Man, I want to shout out MCT, man. When I first started, she was one of the first ones that like found me and hit me up and asked me to work with her. It was super cool. I owe a lot of the fact that people know about me to her. So thank you, MCT.
Cool.
I don't remember how I found you. It might have just been random, or Danny might have showed me you.
What's a Danny? Oh, Danny Dreadful?
Yeah. It's one of those two. I might have randomly just came across you because of how much horror I watch. My YouTube's just like, "Hey, look at this person," and every now and again somebody will just come across my home screen that I'm like, "I don't know that person." Click.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
I like this person.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Well, thanks,
I like
man.
this. Yes. Well, I just had a message go across my screen that said Elvira is the queen of horror, and yes, I will agree with that. But
Sure.
there are other queens of horror. There are other queens of horror.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was thinking Vampira.
Oh, sure.
What's the mom? What's the mom of the Addams Family? Because that one.
Morticia.
Yes.
Hey, Morticia
that
and
one.
Gomez were the perfect couple.
Whenever somebody says Queen of Horror, that's who pops in my head. So.
Yeah, Lily Munster.
Ooh, love Lily Munster.
Yeah.
The thing is that and this might people may not know this, the Lily Munster, the actress that played her, was the only actress in that series that had been in the only actress or actor in that series that had been in movies as a star, and the first one. And when she came on the set, she had, this is a TV show, and at the time TV was, sort of like the way TV sees the internet right now. And, that's just, you're going into a little box. It's not really acting, But, they said that, like, after the first or second day of filming, she felt around and realized that everybody there was, just as skilled as she was, and everybody got along after that.
That's awesome. That's a good story, man. It's cool hearing about how people perceive themselves as maybe greater than, but then realize that they are not. I mean, kind of sucks for them to have to feel like they're stepping down, but it's cool to see everybody on the same level,
Yeah. Did you eat your vegetables?
Of course, I ate my vegetables.
Of course, my kids would say,
so-
did you eat your vegetables?
Cheatables.
Did you eat your vegetables?
Vegetables.
So, Derek, you play any party games?
I'll get down on some Cards Against Humanity.
Yes!
That's the answer I was hoping for. Dude,
that's it. You got some for us or what?
We were playing Cards Against Humanity in one of the servers that I'm in on Discord, and we played like 10 games in a row, and I won 8 out of the 10 games. And I'm just like, does this make me like the most awful human being to ever exist for any reason? Because I just won 8 out of 10 Cards Against Humanity. Oh, I just my worst. I think my worst / best card was it was what did the Americans give to the Native Americans, and I literally had smallpox blankets in my hand,
Oh wow!
and I played
Like
it
that.
with
Like
zero
those cards
shame.
were made for each other.
Yes, they were.
I played it with zero shame, and people were like, "Whoever played this is the worst person in this room." But you
it's
win.
true.
You know, it's like
If you had to pick one word to say for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Kamehameha. You guys watch Dragon Ball Z?
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna go into a PTSD attack now.
he'd just be like, hey, Derek, how you doing? Kamehameha. What? Kamehameha.
Kamehameha. And if they keep asking what, I just get more angry until I'm like, Kamehameha. And then it's the real
And
thing.
it's still gonna take you 4 months to get there. Oh my goodness! So,
One fight scene where there were 9,000 screams.
do you have any questions for us?
Tell me what. Talking to me, Mia? You talking to me or to the chat?
Yes, to you.
I want to know what, like, you asked me what the end goal was for the channel, and I know that's like a super big, ambiguous question, but as far as like the Traveler's Tavern and like the Grave Matters shows and stuff, what's the goal with that? Are you guys wanting to just have a chat with every narrator that pops up and kind of just introduce yourselves, or tell me, like, in a couple of years from now, where do you see the Traveler's Tavern being?
I have to look at PA for this.
No, because we just kind of do this for fun. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm having a blast with it, but and like as this is a channel ran by multiple people, I'm not exactly sure if we were monetized how we would do that. But hey, if we could get like monetized and turn this into a paid gig, that would be good. I know my end goal for my channel is to actually be able to get it monetized and maybe not like quit my full-time job, but have it as a supplement income, so I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, because that just sucks.
Yeah.
But right
What about
now,
you,
just
Mia?
the Traveler's Tavern is just you don't have to be a narrator. You can be an author, whatnot. And
Okay, right. Yeah. Forgive me for being so narrow-minded, but yeah.
You're
right.
great. I love getting authors on here more so than narrators, just because authors are usually so overlooked. So I like to give them a place where they can spotlight their works and whatnot.
Cool.
So
Okay.
I guess that would be more so the goal, is just to get authors who haven't got any recognition, some recognition.
I think also
Try-
get some of the ones that have gotten recognition. I mean, like we had R.M. Nelson, and I actually bought Cougar. It's sitting over on the bed. But authors. I'd like to see us get through as many of the horror authors that we have out there, as many of the narrators.
How far up do you go? I mean, like, do you go to, like, have you had Ray on yet? Ray Beeman?
Yes.
Ray's
Have you
been
had it?
on, definitely.
Okay, cool. He's I know he's one of us, kind of, but I mean, like, how far up do you go?
We've had Dr. Creepin on the show, so there's not really a cutoff. You could have 10 subscribers or 10 million subscribers, and if you want to come on and just hang out and have a good conversation, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Be safe, Miss Creepy Tales.
Just a shameless plug before MCT leaves. After this wraps up, MCT is having a live stream, so you lovely people can go over there and hang out with her.
Yes. She's got to go get ready for it right now. As far as my channel is concerned, I got a lot of things I want to do with my channel. I just got to stop being sick. because I haven't actually gotten into what I designed the channel for yet, and I want to get into that. I have to get back to working on a biography that I started and have not finished as of yet.
I see.
But one of the things that, and it's a part of the channel that isn't up, which is actually Mina Reads. If you've listened to my channel, you know I've got different sections. I've got Mina Reads, Mina Talks, Mina Narrates, Mina Live, and they're basically different sections. Like the narrations, I'm narrating other people's stuff that are live. Say if I did a PA story, or I did a Ray story, or I did a Raven story, it would fall into that category. And I've got like Timothy Duran's. I've got his writing up there. I've got Rando. I've got so.
But
and then
I tell her all the time though. Mina Reads, Mina Talks, Mina narrates. You're doing the same thing. It all involves words coming out your mouth.
But the talks is more my own writing. Try to give a little bit about what the story that I wrote, or what it was about, or something that had to do with the story. That maybe like the Ides of March story. I actually learned something about the ancient Romans that was kind of interesting, and I learned about their clothing more than I had known, because I just said that they just wore what they stole from the Greeks. Well, actually, it's not quite that simple. But I didn't know that until I started looking for information for that story. So yeah, that's what Mina Talks is more about. It's stuff that I wrote that I can talk about how the writing process was. Mina Reads
the director's commentary, right?
Yeah. Mina Reads is sort of like that's where Poe will be. That's where the Grimm brothers will be. That's Charles Dickens. I've got a spiral notebook with 4 pages worth of authors that I want to do on there. So.
Nice.
So that's.
You want to do? You're doing a bunch of stuff. That's cool.
That's kind of where I want to get. I want to have a something for my kids, children, to be able to sit down and say, Elma wasn't that bad. She liked some pretty good authors.
Cool. That's a fun perspective. I've never looked at it that way before.
And
PA. Sorry, Miss Mia. Go on.
Night, Christine.
Christine's gone. See you.
She's gonna go eat dinner with her hubby. And Footberries is gonna go. And actually, we're going to wrap this up right about now. Where are you, PA?
Oh, sorry, I had to use the bathroom.
Ah.
Welcome
I
back,
had to
buddy.
use the little nightmares room.
Well, I want to play that game.
But what did I miss while I was gone for like a minute?
You're doing the commercial.
All right. I suck at this, but I also just completely ad-libbed the entire. Apparently, there is a scripted version of this commercial, but I just ad-lib it because I'm too lazy to read from the script.
I don't have the script.
So this is the Nightmare Collective, just in case you weren't aware. So what we do here is we get content creators together that want to do a certain project, say this live stream, a live stream about mythology, a gaming stream. And we just give them a platform on which they can actually do that. So if you want to join the Nightmare Collective, if you have an idea for something that doesn't quite fit your channel, you can come to me, Mia, Filia, as the Raven Dreams. You can go to 242 Reads. I think Seraphine might even be able to do it now since he's got the mythology show with 42. And you just come to us and you say, hey, I got a show idea. And we will get you we'll get you a slot and get you all ready to go.
And that also goes for videos.
Yep, we also do videos. It's not just live streams.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't fit your channel that you want to explore.
And it doesn't have to necessarily be horror.
It can go here. And we want to thank you so much for being here, Darek.
Man, thank you guys for having me. This was very fun. I loved being a part of this.
And we'll have you back in the future, hopefully when Filia can be here and enjoy the fun too.
Yes, please.
Just a small announcement, guys. Next week there will not be a show. We are taking a week off mainly because I'm going to go see NF in concert. My girlfriend bought me tickets as an early birthday present, even though my birthday is not until December. So there will be no show next week, but we will be back the following week with, who is our guest in that week? It is none other than Lunar Lucy.
Yes,
So,
Lulu.
We got my Lulu in.
Can I have a show like Peter Griffin's podcast where I just named all the hats I know?
I thought you were going to go with the Peter Griffin, what really grinds my gears.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were going too. A show where you just like complain about stuff. You know what I hate?
You know what I really hate? Construction work.
Oh my goodness. So, if there's nothing else, just remember, once you've joined the collective, you can leave nevermore.